Okay, then this one is for those times that you're on a call and the person you're selling to, they're telling you, okay, we're also considering this competitor, that competitor. That happens all the time. That is completely natural and fine, of course. But we want to make sure that we have our battle cards ready for that. And with Claude, it just becomes so much easier to generate those. And especially now that we have our GTM playbook, you don't have to think about mapping out the entire scene. Just whenever a competitor comes up, you can take this skill and build your comparison, your battle cards, whatever it is that you want to have in your battle cards or in your side by side comparison, you can have it in there. And you can even run that on the call, before the call. Maybe you have a pre call questionnaire where you ask, okay, who else are you considering, or what other options are you looking at? And then the options they plug in there, then you just drop it into Claude and say, give me battle cards for this. And then you can prepare to the call. Maybe you can even tell it to create a beautiful PDF where you can say, okay, this is a 1v1 comparison. And I'll actually do that in this case just to show you what I mean by that. And you can share that with your prospects and say, okay, you know what, it's great that you're considering your different options. Just here's a resource that's hopefully helpful so that you can compare these. And that is a great use case. There are a lot of use cases for this. That is one of my favorite ones, because in the end, in sales, not that I'm a sales trainer, but you want to make sure that that you're a coach and that you're giving your prospects just all the resources that they need to make a clear decision. So we're going to jump back into our project, and we're going to create our competitor battle card skill, and we're going to use our GTM playbook as input. Now, what you can do is you can create two skills, right? Which I kind of recommend. I'm going to build one now, and then by now you should be able to build the other one by yourself. Whereas the first one, what I just said, is the one that you use for prospects. And that can be, okay, here's competitor XYZ, create a side by side comparison based on our GTM playbook that I can present to my prospects in PDF format. And then you should make one for your team internally or for yourself, where it just gives you the raw data, maybe in a table, and you can just use that for internal training, what have you. So we're going to build the first skills. Let me show you what I am talking about. We are back, Claude, for one of the final times now, and now we want you to use your skill builder skill to build a battle card 1v1 comparison skill. So what that means and how we'll use that is, at times our prospects will tell us we're considering competitor X, and we want to give them all the tools they need to make the right decision. And then what this skill does, it takes that competitor's website and does research, and then creates a side-by-side comparison with us based on the playbook that we have, the go-to-market playbook that we have. And then it creates a one-pager, PDF one-pager, with a quick comparison of the two companies and just summary of the two companies and future struggling here, future comparisons, and then turn into a PDF I can share with my prospects. That's it. And then only trigger this skill on this well, let's call it battle card for now, which it isn't, but just to make things easy. So we'll create this for us. I will show you what the output can look like, just to get your creative juices flowing a little bit as well. So you know what is possible, what isn't possible, and then you can see, okay, I want to adapt that maybe this way for us, for our use case. I think it's great to share PDF or whatever you think is relevant for your use case. Hopefully, this gives you the inspiration to do that. You can, as always, grab this exact skill and use this. Maybe tell it, use my brand kit or use my website for styling references. And then you can start sharing these with your prospects as they are considering different options. All right, so Battlecard skill is built and ready to go. Here's what it does, what we just went over. And I'm going to say battle card, and then I need to find. I think I remember one competitor ish of Octave, and let's see the PDF that it comes up with. It's just fascinating still to me to see that the steps it goes through and just so helpful that you have your assistant right there, just how powerful this is as it's loading the playbook, doing a deep dive, researching, etc. And it's just still mind blowing to this day. And there you have it. So it creates a side by side comparison. As you can see, some of the text doesn't look 100% right. You can just tell Claude, like, hey, listen, take the small text out of the header or make the header a little bit larger, that type of thing. But it is really impressive how it has that side by side comparison. And just quick summary, the different, dimension, the different things to look at, pricing, where Octave wins, where Twain wins, when to choose Octave. So this I really like for sales, where it has that, um, like a real actual objective comparison, which I think is very, very important. If you want to take that out, you can take it out, by the way, from the skill. But this is how I prefer my skill to be. And you can then go ahead and share this with your prospects and say, hey, I understand you're considering compared to X. Here's a side by side comparison, up to you. So that is another really valuable agent or skill that we've now added to our stack. That means we are up to 8 agents, and we can start chaining everything, and we can talk a bit more about agent or skill theory, what makes good skills, how you can plug in different tools, etc. And we're going to do some other fun stuff with MCPs as well. For now, we have our agents, so we have the basis for what we're going to do, what we're going to use, and we are ready for more fun stuff.